Pally, it's been a while since our last game. What's been the focus over these weeks?
Yeah, it'll be 5 weeks by the time we play, and it's a long time for us. It's almost been like a mini pre-season, so we've had a good opportunity to get some work into the boys, get some fitness into them, and also work on some of the areas of the game that we want to try and improve. So whilst it's been frustrating and the boys are chomping at the bit to get out there, it's also given us a good opportunity to reflect and try and fine-tune a few areas of our game.
We managed to play an internal match last week at training. Can you sort of speak about the positives from that experience and the things we were working on?
Yeah, I think it's just that you can't really do the full contact stuff in a normal training session, and we sort of tend to steer away from that. It gave us an opportunity to let the boys actually fire a few bullets and get into each other a little bit, and it was a really positive exercise from our point of view, especially given the amount of time it's been since we actually played a proper game. And to be able to replicate the sort of demands and the physicality of what we need to do on a game day was invaluable for us. So it was a good experience. We took a lot from it, other than the weather being as it is now, very wet. It was a good experience, and we got some good stuff and good work into the boys.
The break, it's also given us the chance to get some players back from injury. Without giving too much away, are we likely to see some returns this Saturday?
Yeah, I mean, it's been a bit of a revolving door with the COVID stuff, and we've probably broken the back of that to a certain extent, where we've had a lot of guys that have had it now. So where we were going to be missing quite a lot of players, and obviously that's why a couple of our games were cancelled, and now we're in a position where we've got some of those guys back, and also on an injury front, people like James Kane are coming back into fitness. So we're hoping that we're going to be able to pick closer to a starting team or a starting squad than what we were probably going to have to do when we were looking at playing the last time, just because of the COVID and all the injuries that we were under.
Looking ahead to Saturday, it's a local derby, obviously against Scottish. It's always a huge game. What's the focus and what positives can we take from the win back in September?
Well, I think that whilst that was great, it's very, we moved on and they moved on, and Scottish are a lot stronger than they were probably than when we played them, and we need to show them a lot of respect. They've become a lot more competitive in games and challenging teams, and obviously managed to win and get some losing bonus points. So we'll take it very seriously. It's a derby, so therefore we won't need to get the boys up for it. They'll do that themselves. But we've got to make sure that we go about doing our business really well, because there's no sense that we'll be taking the opposition lightly. And as I say, they are getting better. They've improved. There's lots of areas of their game where they're a lot more challenging, and have got better over the season. So we need to give them their dues and make sure we come out firing and ready to go.
It's a unique experience also on Saturday with a away team at the Rag. Does this change any of our preparations or mentality?
I don't think so. I mean, to be honest, obviously the boys know the facility, but because of COVID, it's going to be different anyway. So whilst we technically would be in the away changing rooms, I'm not sure where we are getting changed. We're probably going to be spread amongst a number of changing rooms just to abide by the COVID protocol. So therefore, I don't think it'll make much difference this weekend.
With that in mind, how important is it to have a big and loud Richmond crowd here cheering us on?
Yeah, great. I mean, obviously we missed a couple of home games, and that was disappointing, especially over Christmas, New Year period, missing out playing Coventry and Cornish Pirates. So I'm hoping that they're all going to turn up in mass and get behind the boys, and hopefully they're as excited about the rugby and especially the derby with the Scottish as we are, and we can give them the sort of performance that they really want and deserve.
Well, thanks for your time, Carly. Good luck against the Scots on Saturday.
Cheers, Tom.